Hey everybody, this is Christian from Android Unite, here to teach you how to install the TWRP recovery. TWRP stands for Team Win Recovery Project, and they released, I believe, their first recovery about a year ago for the Evo 3D and the Sensation, I believe, and a few others. Honestly, it's the best recovery I've ever used. It is a touchscreen interface, and so it makes Clockwork Mod seem really outdated. I was thinking about installing it soon after I rooted my Galaxy S3, and now I finally found it, and I'm ready to install it and teach you guys how to do the same. So starting off, you're going to have to download an application from the Google Play Market, and it's called Goo Manager. As you can see, it's the second one on the first line, the green icon. Go ahead and click into that and grant it super user permissions. Now here you'll be greeted with a bunch of options that you'll have as a super user, as a rooted user, but what we're going to want to do is click the menu button and go to Install Open Recovery Script. I'll ask you to confirm, click yes. Are you sure you would like to do this? Say yes. Here is just listing the file name, the TWRP 2.2. Sorry, for some reason it went out of focus there. TWRP 2.2.1.1 for Sprint, D2 Sprint.image. Go ahead and click yes. It'll take you to a download page, and then the download should start immediately after the counter goes to 0. So let's just wait on that for a moment and see it start downloading up in the taskbar. Once this is finished, we should successfully have TWRP as our new recovery, and then I'll give you a brief walkthrough once we turn off the phone and boot into recovery. Okay, so now that it's finished downloading, it went ahead and installed and says recovery has been installed. At this point, you're going to just want to exit the application, go back into the home, and hold down the power button, power off the phone. Device will shut down, confirm. And we're going to do the same process we did when we were rooting our Galaxy S3, which is to hold down the volume up button, the power button, as well as the actual physical home button. Do all three at the same time and release only after you see the Samsung screen, but you have to make sure and release immediately. So make sure I've got my placements correctly. Okay, release. And as you can see, Team Win, the splash screen here, it's going to lift up like a curtain. And here it is, Team Win Recovery Project, version 2.2.1.1. It has the correct battery percentage, which was a problem on my last device that I had. It was something that wasn't fixed, but it apparently is fixed here. You're presented with several options. As you remember, Clockwork Mod used the volume up and down buttons. You don't have to do that anymore. Here it's all touch screen. So let's say I want to go ahead and install a ROM. I would click into here and it would let me toggle between internal and external SD card. So between these two up here, and obviously a little file manager here. Scroll up and down. Let me go ahead and click the back button. You've also got these software keys here at the bottom, just in case you are running on a device like the Nexus that doesn't have any physical buttons, but of course you can also use the actual Galaxy S3 buttons at the bottom. First thing is first, go ahead and create a backup just so you make sure not to lose anything. You're presented with a few options here, including the ability to enable compression, which I always suggest unless you've got a huge SD card or you just don't care about your internal or external memory. But I also wanted to point out this little feature here where it lets you name the backup before you actually start. So this is just stock rooted, so I'm just going to say stock rooted. Sorry, it doesn't appear that I can actually space. So I'm just going to clump it all together. There, just says stock rooted. I'm just going to create a quick backup. You do have an on-screen keyboard which is brand new to TWRP 2.2, I believe. Go ahead and click go. And once this is set, now you just swipe and the process will begin. Backing up system partition is what it says there. I'm going to go ahead and set this down, let it finish, and then give you a few more walkthroughs as to what else you can do with the recovery. Okay, according to the taskbar, it's almost done. So we'll give it a few more minutes here. Alright, it is finished. Okay, so now that we know that it backed up and it was completed in 457 seconds, we're going to go ahead and hit back. Here we're at the same screen, the backup screen. Go ahead and back up once more. Now I'm just going to give you a quick walkthrough of what you should do when flashing a ROM with TWRP recovery. First things first, make a backup. Always make a backup. If you're actually going from one ROM to the other, always do a backup of the ROM that you know is working perfectly, just in case something gets corrupted or goes wrong. Okay, so make a backup. Next step would be to wipe the cache. Swipe to wipe. Go back. Dalvik cache is next. Swipe to wipe. Successful, so go back. Okay, and you know what, go ahead and do a factory reset. Since I am going to a brand new ROM, I don't want to flash on top of something that's already there. Now go back one more and now you're ready to install. Go to install. Use internal storage. Actually, I think I've got it on external. I actually created a folder called custom ROMs in which I've placed the AOKP Gingerbread release. It's an unofficial release, as well as my Google apps. So I'm going to go ahead and flash this one. Swipe to flash. Actually, it didn't take very long at all. Go ahead and hit home. Now go to install Google Apps. Always make sure and flash the Google Apps that are appropriate for whatever Android version you're using. This happens to be the Gingerbread Google Apps. Go ahead and swipe to flash. And done. Okay, so at this point I'm going to go ahead and reboot the system, and we should get our first taste of Gingerbread on the Samsung Galaxy S3. Now remember that the first time booting into a brand new ROM is always the time that it takes the longest, so bear with us. We may cut away here as soon as it shows the AOKP splash screen here. Okay, the screen just went dim, so that means we're just about done. And here we are. Going to go through the motion of setting up this account, so give me just 1 second. And we're back. It says that the setup has been completed and the phone is ready to use. I'm going to go ahead and click finish. When you get to this complete action using screen, go ahead and click just launcher unless you want Nova. I'm not really a fan of Nova, so just go ahead and click launcher if you wish. I'm going to go ahead and click always. And congratulations, you've installed Gingerbread on your Samsung Galaxy S3. Skip these little tutorials here, go to the home screen. Buttery smooth. Awesome. Okay, as you can see, all the Google apps should be installed, including Gmail, the actual search. What else? The Play Store, Talk, and the browser. No, that's standard Android. I believe that's it. Yeah, so this is it. I'm just going to go ahead and show you that I am running Gingerbread. Going to About Phone, Android version 4.1.1, Jelly Bean. Alright guys, this is Christian for AndroidUnite.com. Please make sure and subscribe to see more videos of the Galaxy S3. We've also got reviews, and we're going to be trying out other ROMs as well from XDA developers and from other sources. So make sure and like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and again, like this video and leave your comments down below. Thanks guys, bye-bye.